Picture this, alright? You're a nice little anime girl wondering what archetype you should fall into, what show you should be, and what kind of character are you going to be? You got a couple of options, right? You could be a shonen girl and live the rest of your life with people on Twitter calling you useless. You could become a rom-com lead and enjoy getting paired up with an embarrassing loser with cardboard for a personality. You could even go the isekai route and end up being girl number 47 in some weirdo's harem. Or maybe you don't want to do any of that and you actually want to have the spotlight in your own show and not play second fiddle to the boys. In that case, you should join an anime girl band. What up, y'all? It's the homie Dame, and today we're going to be talking about a phenomenon that isn't new, but that's been picking up a lot of steam recently. I'm talking about the anime girl band revolution. And the reason I bring it up is because I think this season we finally reached the apex of this subgenre with Girls Band Cry. So we're going to talk about that show later, but first I kind of want to explore the idea of anime girl bands in general and what the appeal is. Because I mean, I never really thought about it before, but this actually might be my favorite type of anime. Okay, but how did this all start? What is the origin? What is the genesis of this subgenre? Well, we could argue that the anime girl band originates from idol anime. And even today, there are a lot of idol shows like Love Live or even Zombieland Saga that have the same vibes and tropes that you see in these girl band shows. But really, the idea of the anime girl band, especially in its modern incarnation, can be seen as an offshoot of one of anime's most notorious genres: cute girls doing cute things. And this is best exemplified through one of the original and maybe the most famous girl band anime, K-On! I can't really say if K-On! Was the first to do this trend, but it definitely popularized it, as you can see that this show has the blueprint that many other shows have used since. For example, weirdo tweaker girl who is usually the main protagonist, doing everything besides actually playing music. Completely 100% platonic girl-on-girl interactions. They're straight, right? But anyone who's watched the show knows that K-On! Leans more into the cute girls doing cute things gimmick instead of the girl band stuff. Although, to this day, After School Tea Time is still one of the best anime girl bands out there music-wise, in my opinion. My Love is a Stapler, right? What do y'all know about that? So here's the thing. If we put girl band anime on a spectrum, it could go one of two ways. All the way to the left is the full cute girls doing cute things comedy where, yeah, there's music involved, but we don't really give a fuck. And on the other side is, yeah, this is a drama. We're still cute girls, but there's gonna be screaming and crying and angst. Also, we still might not play any music, who knows. Here's where a few popular girl band shows might fit in my opinion, so go ahead, of course, pause and look at it and argue about my placement in the comments. Now, I'll say straight up, both sides of the spectrum are good and you need both, in my opinion. I mean, for example, look at something like Bocchi the Rock. That was such a huge hit when it came out, and it's already basically a classic that spawned a bunch of memes and brain rot content and, I don't know, whatever y'all Gen Zers like. That's definitely a show that leans towards the left side of the spectrum. I don't think there are many shows that I know of, at least, that lean completely to the right or completely to the left, but stuff like Nana, Carol and Tuesday, and Sound Euphonium focus a bit more on the drama than the cutesy waifu comedy. But yeah, ever since K-On!, we've had a whole bunch of these shows popping up with different mixtures of these elements on different parts of the spectrum. It's like making stew, right? Do we want to pour in a bit more cutesy stuff to make it sweet so that people can make meme gifs on Twitter? Or do we want to take things a bit more serious and sprinkle in some drama so pretentious YouTubers like the homie Damian can call our show Anime of the Year? Like I mentioned earlier, we have a lot of these shows nowadays. We just had Bocchi the Rock last year, and you know, stuff like Bang Dream keeps going on. But also, just this season alone, we also got Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night and Girls Band Cry. So this is like a real trend. It's like a real thing that's going on in the anime world. But let's talk about what the appeal is, yeah? And a lot of this is gonna be what I personally find entertaining about these shows, but come on. My opinion is the only one that matters. We all know that. First off, why the girl band format to begin with? I think that this works so well because a band is a way for different and often clashing personalities to come together in a setting where they normally wouldn't interact. In a lot of these shows, the members come from different backgrounds, many different socioeconomic statuses. You know, sometimes you have the popular cool girl linking up with some dweeb. This is just a great way to create interpersonal dynamics because, and this leads into my second point, music brings out people's true personalities. A core part of cute girls doing cute things shows and slice of life anime in general is the different character tropes in them. You know, the tsundere one, the stiff and proper one that gets easily flustered, the genki one, the definitely not lesbian one, which is all of them. These are prevalent in all kinds of anime, but they really get a chance to shine when they're put in a musical setting because music, like many other forms of art, is a way to express feelings and emotions. And what better way to learn more about your characters than by doing just that? The final reason is that the girl band format gives a nice avenue for progression. Anyone who plays music knows it's a process and a series of steps to getting better. So what better way to show growth in an anime than through the progression of music? Especially when said progress can serve as a metaphor for a character's personal growth, which, you know, ties into the first few points. In the same way you have shonen heroes fighting through the ranks until they can become Hokage or the Wizard King or win nationals or whatever, you have these girl bands going through a common progression of, oh, here's the band getting together, you know, here's their first performance, here they are playing at a festival, maybe here they get their big break. It gives you that feeling that things are actually happening, even if it's just a slice of life show where the whole point is for things not to happen. So yeah, those are some of the reasons behind girl band anime appeal for me, but there's one more question. Why girls? I mean, we've had shows with a bunch of dudes in the band like Beck, but why is the current anime meta, if you will, to throw a bunch of cute girls into a band? The answer to that is the reason why any anime has cute girls. Motherfuckers just like to watch cute girls. It's not that deep. Don't think too hard about it. But if we are gonna think hard about it, I definitely think that there's a deeper honors English level reason that girls in a band work so well. It's the simple feeling of liberation. We all know women don't exactly get the best opportunities in life, especially back in the motherland where things are still very much male dominated. Imagine how liberating it must feel for a young girl to watch a show where the female characters throw caution to the wind, they say fuck society and bear their emotions out through music. Look how free these characters are to express themselves without the expectations of the world around them holding them down. That's a kind of magic that I think people overlook when it comes to these shows, but hey, it matters. But alright, we've talked about girl bands in general. Now let's talk about what I think will be a shining example of the absolute best this subgenre has to offer, and that's Girls Band Cry. Real quick, for those of you that don't know, Girls Band Cry is a Toei animation production that's been airing this spring 2024 anime season. The premise is basically what you'd expect from all other anime in this subgenre. A bunch of Japanese girls meet and form a rock band. That's it. I never said they were reinventing the wheel here or anything. First off, I'm sure you could tell by now from some of the clips I put in, but this show is done entirely in CGI. Now, that might instantly turn some of you off, but I promise you this ain't the nasty ass anime CGI you're picturing. The show looks good, like surprisingly good. Like, you just have to watch a few minutes of the first episode to realize that they knew what they were doing with the art direction. The facial expressions are dynamic and very much anime-like. The cinematography is well thought out and purposeful, and the live performances look absolutely breathtaking. We've come a long way from the awkward-looking CG performances of Zombieland Saga that got clowned by everybody, even though I didn't think they were that bad. But yeah, I'll just warn you guys straight up, I'm about to be straight glazing because I love this anime.
Yeah, I'm in full glaze mode right now. I'm not gonna hold you.
Everything about the show is just so well executed to the point that it's clear that this was a labor of love, with people actually putting thought into what was going on screen. The show just works on every level. You remember that spectrum from earlier? I would say Girls Band Cry fits right around here somewhere, yeah? But even though it's not perfectly in the center, I think that this show has the best balance of cute girls doing cute things and angsty melodrama. That's why I'm using it as the poster child example for the modern girls band anime. But yeah, I don't want to spoil any plot details or anything because I think people should just go watch the show and experience the peak for themselves, right? Although that's going to be pretty hard to do because the show isn't officially available outside of Asia from what I know. So you're going to have to put on your straw hat and do what you gotta do. Not that I would ever encourage that kind of thing, but hey, I am kind of encouraging it here because you really need to watch this show. But yeah, what makes Girls Band Cry such a good girl band anime? Well, if it's all the stuff I said earlier, clashing personalities coming together, music bringing out people's true character, music also acting as both plot and personal progression, and of course, the feeling of liberation. Not just female liberation, but just freedom in general. I mean, it's a show about high school dropouts, but a lot of other girl band anime do this. That's like the whole point of the genre. So what makes Girls Band Cry so special? Well, if you've ever watched this channel, you've heard me say this again and again. It's all in the execution. I want y'all to watch this short clip that I hope doesn't get copyrighted, but just in case, I'll flail around in front of it. Yeah, I know. I really wanted to show you the clip, but YouTube's always on my ass. So that's why you just gotta go watch the show for yourself. Once I saw that part in the second or third episode, I think, I was hooked on the show. What a perfect representation of what it's like for everyone to click musically. And because these shows are about more than just the music, the scene also serves to show everyone's personalities clicking, even though they may have been clashing at first. Because the whole point is that music can bring people together. And that scene is just one of many examples. Obviously, there are a whole bunch more. You can just watch the show. There's genuinely funny humor, heartfelt, relatable writing, believable interactions that make the characters feel like real people, and the dialogue is well written. You know, when you can find good subtitles, or just learn Japanese. Easy, right? But another thing I have to give a shout out to, and the thing that I've seen people praise the most online, is the voice acting. From what I know, these are first-time voice actors doing these roles, and they're also the people performing the music. Even if you don't understand Japanese, surely you'll be able to pick up on the casual, realistic delivery of these lines, which adds to the vibe of the whole show. It all just seems so human, despite the fact that they're literally computer-generated cartoons. But of course, I'd be dumb not to mention the music in this show. That's the thing about a lot of these girl band anime. Even though they're technically about music, a lot of the time the actual music itself is secondary, and hot take, a lot of it's not even that good if you ask me. For example, another girl band anime that came out this season was Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night. Amazing show, I loved it, I'll probably do a video about it soon. I didn't like the music at all. Contrast that with something like K-On! Or even the more recent Bocchi the Rock, where the show is incredible and the music, in my opinion, is incredible as well. Girls Band Cry is the same. I genuinely enjoy the music and especially the performance of it, because like I said, it's the same voice actors, but I also love how the live performances look. I don't want to spoil, but towards the end of the season, there's a festival performance that's so well done, it had me looking like the Scream painting when I was watching. But yeah, that's my glazing session. Girls Band Cry is incredible. It's an achievement. It's peak cinema, as the kids say. And hey, I'ma jump the gun and call this an anime of the year contender. It's that good. And you could see exactly how good I thought it was if you go on Patreon, where I have my full uncut reactions to Girls Band Cry, also Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night, and a bunch of other shows too. But because some of y'all don't even know that I post reactions on Patreon, I'll be uploading a reaction highlight video for Girls Band Cry sometime soon, so all the, YouTube people can get a little sampler, yeah? So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe, and comment below what your favorite girl band anime is. Otherwise, that's the video. Peace. Okay, this is post-credits, so, semi-spoilers, I guess, but Subaru, best character, best girl, best everything. She's my favorite in the show, and yeah, that's it. I just had to say that.